Hello everyone! So we are live and I'm just going to check technically if we are fine. I'm going to reduce a bit the music. How are you feeling? I begin already 5 minutes in advance, so bear with me. And thank you again for the team replay who will watch it at their own pace. And it works, so it's amazing. So I will check sometimes the comments on LinkedIn. Hopefully that I see them also on StreamYard. But if I don't see anything on LinkedIn and StreamYard and you are commenting, apologize. I will go back later on. So with me, I'm going to right now remove the music and show my face. 3, 2, 1. Ta-da! So we are on 4th of July. So have a lovely festive day if you are celebrating it. I am not from US. I am from Belgium, so I don't abide to this day. And at the same time, it's like we are free to like or to not like anything. In fact, it's my life. So, by instance, in France, I'm living in Belgium. In France, there is the National Day on 14th July. And in Belgium, the National Day is on 21st of July. And I celebrate none of them, even not the festivity of my country. The only way that I could celebrate is to be in nature, in the deep forest, not so much with people, because there is a time where I can't socialize on little doors, and there is a time where I don't socialize and I go to the forest. So thank you again for watching me on the team replay and on live already. It's officially beginning in 2-3 minutes, and I'm going to rumble before beginning. This is a 2-day version. I was not doing the day before, so today will be the 3rd and the 4th of July. So happy festivities if you are in US, if you celebrate the Independence Day on 4th of July. And as I told, there are people that are not celebrating that, like they don't care because they are not living on US or even they are in US and they don't celebrate. It's their choice. And there are also people that absolutely hate that, and it's okay. So we are free because it's our life as long as we are not projecting that to others, because others have the right to do what they do as much as they are not harming others. And if you are celebrating it, happy 4th of July. I say that because, and I will respect her anonymity. I will respect her anyway because I deeply appreciate her. But this person blocked me a few months ago once. She unblocked me, and no, just because I told her that I don't celebrate 4th of July and I don't care, she blocked me again. It's okay. I don't mind. So it is from her side. I was telling her happy 4th of July. And by the way, I'm not going to do that myself. And it's like, oh, I don't want to say to be the yes person just to please people. So as she is blogging me a second time, I wish her well. I deeply appreciate her, and I will continue to listen to her on audio rooms. But at the same time, it's done. I'm not going to make any effort anymore for this relationship. So that's my choice, and that's her choice. So with that, I'm not going to rumble too much because it's refresh your brain time, like apporter, bring you value about the French nuggets. So 2 days, so 3rd and 4th of July. For the 3rd of July, I will have 24 minutes, and for the 4th of July, I will have 24 minutes. So this session will last 48 minutes. You are free to watch any part of it or all or none, and it's okay. It's your choice. Thank you again for the ones that are watching. feel free always to comment on YouTube or on LinkedIn to ask me any question or to um, have the comments or your feedback. So this is still the RISE framework. There is refresh your brain for giving you value in French, illuminating someone from my network, telling a story or singing a song, and this time it will be singing a song, and fourth and last it will be telling about my events, and will be for the 3rd and the 4th of July. So bear with me. I'm going now to share my screen if technology is allowing me, because the first word, and as always, I show the Wiktionary because it's an amazing way for you to discover the word, and feel free also if it's in French, because it's all in French. You can also say, okay, fr.wiktionary, I want to show me that in English. And I show that in English. And it will show you all the languages, not only French, but it will also Asturiano, Dansk, Dutch, Français, Bahasa, Limburgs, Netherlands, sorry, Plattdeutsch, I don't know absolutely this not language, and Turkey, which is Turkish. So it's interesting because it shows in any language, in their own language. So, for instance, if I say Plattdeutsch, what is Plattdeutsch? I don't know. I think it's a version of German. But right now I'm going to show you in French because it's the way that you can also discover, ouverture. What is ouverture? You click sur ouverture, and then you are seeing in English the translation. Ouverture means opening or mean start, depending on the context. So that's really amazing because you, even if it's French and you don't know French by heart, you have the version in French, so you are immersed. And so I'm going to say hello to Virginia. I'm going to read your comments, but first I'm going to tell about porte in French. So there is in French, Spanish, Italian. Ah ouais, that's it. It's a Poitevin Saint-Onge, sorry. And I don't know which language is about that. It's amazing. The amazing language. And Portuguese. So port means from Latin porta, which is the door of the city, in fact. When cities had fortifications, and some still have, like Lucca, have some certification. My goodness, my brain is light. Fortification. And so it's the door of a city or of a monument. So that was supplanting the words forest and janua. What is forest? Forest is from forest, and forest is it's also a door or an opening. And janua is from Janus, the god of the doors of the passage. Amazing, huh? So door, many in fact meanings. There are 11 meanings, and I think it's all. But there is the noun, there is also the adjective, and there is the verb, because it's a form of a verb. And I think I can talk about hours about that because there is so much things going on.
Une porte.
And it's feminine.
Porte.
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 Let's see Switzerland.
Porte.
And let's see another one.
Porte.
Voilà. So you can pronounce the E or not. I suggest you not to pronounce the E. So as a noun, there is 11 meanings. So it could be a door for the wood sector, menuiserie. An element who are closing some furnitures, or some constructions. Could be an opening allowing the passage in the city fortification. Could be also a passage, any passage of a place or of a way to another way. In sport, it's a space between two plots. Slalom, I was thinking also the rugby. In geography, especially in a cave, I think, or in the when there are mountains and there is a passage. Anything there is passage, by the way. Telecommunication, a signal for allowing to select part of a wave. But it's quite technical, you know. Else, it's too jargon to go too much, you know. It could be in electronic, in or a place of entrance or exit of a territory. Like la Turquie représente la porte de l'Orient. The Turkey represents the door of the Orient, the way that you access the Orient, or a territory, near territory, or an event, which like really near you. Could be a place or about time, by the way. And so there are so much derivatives. And by the way, like there is all these kinds of doors. There is like expression like écouter aux portes. That means that you are too much indiscreet. And it's the metaphor that is really using like listen to the door, like you are putting your hair and you are willing to hear in the other room. But there are so much metaphors like foutre à la porte. I really don't recommend, by the way, this foutre because it's like quite vulgar. Like it's the vulgar way of faire to do. Foutre à la porte means like hey, out, door. So much things about that. And then there is also proverbs aside the expression. Chasser le naturel par la porte, il revient par la fenêtre. Literally, eject the natural by the door, it comes back by the window. So there's many things in fact. Le dernier arrivé ferme la porte. That's a classical, you know, to respect that when you are entering into a room, you close the door. So there are many things about the door and also about the apparented vocabulary. So feel free to discover because there are so much things about the noun. So in English, it's door, the most useful. I think there is also like gate for the passage. There is gate. Could be gateway, gates, filter, but ring, depending on the jargon, by the way. And so it's an adjective for anatomy. Boom, 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 boom. That's interesting. I was not knowing, but it makes sense. It's used for anatomy. Then the form of the verb is porter. Je porte, tu portes, il porte. Nous portons, vous portez, il porte. And so I carry. So porter. And I love, in fact, all the words that are quite simple that have many derivatives because the verb porter, and now I'm going to close the share of the screen because there are so much things. And by the way, all the derivative because it's anything, an element that can bear something like porte-avions. That's in the boat industry, in the sea, that you can see plane. Porte-plume for all the things to write. Porte-crayon to have a container of the pencils. So all the things that bear porte this, porte that, porte that. So I'm going to now stop the share and to thank you for your comments that I will show. I see already Virginia has a lot of comments, by the way. Thank you so much for joining. He, I would say, and ni hao to say you hello in Chinese. And I suspect that when you say Chinese, it's in some Mandarin, because there is also Cantonese and Wu, I think. So yeah, okay, good to know that. Yeah, so many reasons. Yeah, thank you, Virginia. And I respect their decision to celebrate. They should respect my decision to not celebrate. So that's a common sense in my sense, in my way. So thank you for all the arts and for all the Chinese, by the way, the Mandarin. And by the way, there is an expression that you might know. I don't know if you say that in English, like, oh, it's Chinese for me. In French, c'est du chinois. That means that it's something that is not, I don't understand. Even though if it's not really Chinese, in fact, like someone is giving you an explanation, even in your mother tongue, and you are not absolutely not understanding anything, and you say politely to this person, "Je suis désolé, mais pour moi c'est du chinois." That means that it's really Chinese, but it's really I don't understand. So thank you so much for these characters that I don't understand. Pour moi, c'est du chinois. So that was porte. And aside that, we are on the middle of the first day, the first session. So I can also tell you more. So porte, the nuggets I would like to share is that, yeah, the verb. I was saying about the verbs. Is there a way that I can show, by the way? I don't know. I will check. Because it will be interesting. No, I don't see. But it's okay. I will tell you an example. There is the verb porter that you know. And what I like in French, as porter is the verb of the first group, so it doesn't matter in that situation, but there are verbs that are in the second or the third group that have their own rules. For the second group, and the third group are their own rules depending on the word. So venir, appartenir, etc. And in that case, by instance, I was telling the solution, by the way, because there is the verb tenir, to hold, then appartenir, détenir. So it's the same with porter. There is the verb porter, which is the basic of the verb of the second group. And there is also multiple prefixes, like apporter. So porter means to bear, to carry. And apporter means to bear something to someone. It's really an extension about that. Or to bring to yourself, or to give an advice, or so there are many prefixes, like, by instance, déporter, to punish from the threat of deportation. Exil, by the way, it's another synonym of déporter, exilé. And it means that you are forcing someone to go elsewhere. Like my grandfather in the World War II was deported. I think the verb in English is deported. Yeah, in Germany. So il était déporté. So there is porter, apporter, déporter. There are also many other prefixes. Some verbs have 0 or 1 or 2 prefixes, and some verbs have 5, 10, up to 20 prefixes. And you guess what? It's not, the reason is not to know all the prefixes. The reason is to know that any verb that contains this prefix has the same conjugation. So, by instance, porter, it's easy because the roots are the same. But by instance, even the first group, in fact, like the rules are applying. G, E, R. At some point, when there is an A or an O after the G in the conjugation, you add an E. So there is ménager ou manger. Let's say manger et no, ménager sur ménager, something like that. C'est an example. So, by instance, porter, déporter. There is also apporter, colporter, transporter, supporter, etc. And you have many prefixes. But the way that I say that is that it's really easy when you know that the verb is from the second or the third group, and you don't know the conjugation of this verb. When you know, then if there is a prefix, then it's easy. I have an example for you. There is venir. Venir. Je viens, tu viens, il vient, nous venons, vous venez, ils viennent. And this is an irregular verb. So, by instance, I will say venir, viennent. So the root is not the same. V-E-N-I-R. And normally the verbs on ER has the same root. But here, it's a verb of the third group. So there is, for instance, the present participle venant, the past participle venu, and the subjunctive viennent. And then you see there are some ways like venu, V-E-N, and then U, and it's okay. But there is also the conjugation with vienne, V-I-E-N-N-E, and this is not applying for the root. That means that it's an irregular verb, by the way. And when you know that, you know that, oh, venant, for instance, or venu, il est venu, or il faut que tu viennes, then you have to come back. So, revenir. Il faut que tu reviennes. Prévenir. Il faut que tu préviennes. Souvenir. That means to remember. Il faut que tu te souviennes. In fact, it's se souvenir. It's there, but I don't want to drown you. So when you know there are prefixes, you can conjugate the same. That's the magic. There is also, by instance, tenir. And that's really amazing because maintenant is now. The word for now is maintenant. And it comes from maintenir because maintenir, the present participle is maintenant. That's good to know, by the way. And it comes from tenir, maintenant. And there is also détenir, to hold, to keep in your possession. Détenant, retenir, retenant, appartenir. Appartenir means to be the possession legitimate of someone. Like ce chocolat m'appartient. This chocolate, I own it. And so with that, you know it as it's from tenir, appartenant. So you don't have to remember all the different prefixes, how they conjugate, because it's you have just to remember the conjugation of tenir. Then there is appartenir, détenir, retenir, etc. So that's my nugget while I'm finishing. We are already on 20 minutes and we are right on time. So thank you so much for watching it again. So now I'm going to close the third day and I'm going to go back in 4 minutes to the 4th of July. So I'm going to close my screen or to illuminate someone. I would like to illuminate someone because it's the I illuminate someone from my community. And this person, I just came to see her. Yeah, usually I hear her, but this time I see her. Voir, also apercevoir, like je vu et aperçu. There is some. I'm rambling too much. So Teresa Roux or Teresa Roux from Vancouver. So amazing to connect with her. She's a wine concierge. She knows also a lot about the food, and that's amazing. So feel free to connect with her, whether you are in the wine or food industry, or you want to discover an amazing person, or you are in Vancouver and you want to discover her, découvrir, couvrir, couvert, découvert. That's my French going back and forth. So thank you, Teresa, for bringing your joy, your amazingness. So this is for illuminating Teresa. Then as a song, I will skip this one because we are already right on late. The event, I'm going to host an event tomorrow, Oli Presents. I don't remember who, so I'm a bit late, but I'm going to check that and create this event. And then tomorrow Saturday, I will hold the space to Sharon talking about Saturday mental health and the language, the impact of languages and words on our mental health. Feel free to join if you like, also to join the stage if you would like to be doing the party. So I will also post the event and I will let you know. So we are still on live. Thank you again, Virginia, and anyone who is watching right now or in replay team. I'm going to share my stop my screen. Then to make the interlude, because we are still 1 or 2 minutes, and then I will do the 4th of July for another word of the day. So thank you so much and see you in minutes. So we are still live and we are beginning in 1 minute, and it will be a second word of the day because it's 2 days in once, because I was not doing yesterday. So the word of the third was porte, and now the word of the fourth is crème, which is an interesting thing because it's the cream of the cream, la crème de la crème. I'm presenting you amazing words that are amazing, by the way. So crème, that's the word of the day. So I'm going to begin right now in a few seconds. Bear with me. So I'm going to already bring that word for the third was porte, and the 4th of July is crème. So stopping the music and showing my camera. I am still audible. Yes, I am still audible. So that's amazing. So welcome everyone for the 4th of July, and thank you again for watching also the 3rd of July. And thank you for the team replay. You are welcome. And the word of the day for the 4th of July is crème. And I'm going to share my screen. And it's funny because this time it sounds like crème glacée, sharing ice cream. No, sharing my cream. It sounds the same, but it's not really. And bear with me because there is so much in crème. It's from the Middle French and ancient French crème. And that's also something really, really interesting. because it was from ancient French crème. But I pronounce it like that. Maybe it's pronounced differently. I don't know. Do I have the pronunciation with that? No. But I assume it's crème pronunciation. And it's the verbal, the crémoire. And crémoire means to fear, to be afraid of. And that's very interesting. Because why would you fear the cream? I don't know. But it's amazing about the etymology, what is about. Crème. So you have all this different spelling. So the Low Latin crema from a Gaulois word of the 6th century. So and Christian Latin chrisma, crème, ChRAME. So now I do understand because see that it's really technical. I know it's technical, but CRAME. The A is the A with the accent grave. And you see the ancient French CREME and CRESME. And if you were there in the beginning, you knew that when there is an S, then there is a circumflex accent that could be like hostel, hotel, with an circumflex accent, castle, chateau, with a circumflex accent. Also, whatever, task, TASK, tasca, TASCCA from the Latin. And that's why there is a circumflex accent. But here in crème, CRAME, with the accent grave, you don't have the circumflex accent. But guess what? Here in the Basque Latin, in the Christian Latin, look at that. There is the trema. CHRE trema ME. So that's why there is the S. But then why there is no circumflex accent? That's the magic of French, of the language. So the variant crème in ancient French. So that you know the reason. But why crème with an A accent grave? So there is the common name 1 with 8 different meanings, and the common name 2, the common name 2 with only one meaning. And then there is an adjective, because it could be associated as an adjective. So crème, for the pronunciation, you have in France, all the things are in France.
De la crème.
And they give you all the things. De la crème. It's de means some. La, it's the article of crème, which is feminine, and there is crème.
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 Crème. Crème.
Voilà. And so there is also crème with CHREM. And in that case, it's only for Christianity, by the way. A sacred oil with balm for onction. I don't know the word in English, but it's okay. So that's amazing because it exists. It still exists. CHRA circumflex accent ME, even though it's really anecdotal because it's Christian, by the way. So with that, I'm just going to give you the different translation in English. Bear with me because I'm scrolling too much. But it's from cream or crème. You have also the crème in English. That's incredible. But then there is also, so it's cream in English. What else? This is a cream, yeah, mainly cream. Okay, there is no other. And then in the adjective, it's also cream. So it's also an adjective, cream. But then, what else? The rest is Dutch, by the way. So, noun one. There are many explanations, many definitions. So it's first the part the most fat of the milk, which with which we make butter. So the most fat part could be also café crème, which is a cream coffee. You know, when you add cream to your coffee. There is also by analogy entremet. I don't know the entremet, by the way, because it's not really so much used in English. It exists also in English, but I don't know if it's
Entremet.
entremet.
Entremets.
Entremet.
Et entremet is okay. I was not knowing that. I'm not so much really fan about the cuisine, by the way. It's quite like after the main plate and the cheese and before the dessert. But so yeah, it's anything that is made from milk and eggs and which has the consistency of the milk cream. Crème de la fleur d'oranger, la vanille. And by extension, all kinds of liquid which will recall the cream by its color or consistency. By the way, by instance, anything that is floating on the milk and that was boiling and get back to cold, peau de lait. And this is skin because it's like it's not really liquid, it's like more solid, and peau is skin. And could be also marketing services. Yeah, that's it. I know, understand. Because crème is feel free to really check where you are finding it, because if you are finding it in the fresh fresh parts of the supermarket, you can do it. But anything that is like in the cosmetics or whatever, don't eat it, because crème récurée, absolutely not. Because crème récurée means the cream that you use to remove the burnt stuff on your plate, whatever, and you don't eat it at all. It is toxic. So it's not because it's crème that you have to drink or eat. You know, there is a crème de lait, yes, crème chantilly, yes, but crème à récurée, absolutely not. Crème à chaussures, absolutely not. The shoe cream, you know. So cream is like I don't know if it's used also in English to say any type of cream, including the cream that you cannot eat. But it's not because you see cream that you have to eat it. Absolutely not. So in cosmetology, the same. You don't eat your skin cream. That's logic. So any preparation formed by an emulsion where there are some substances. So that's for the consistency. No, that's the difference between lait and crème. Lait is something that is more liquid for the cosmetics, and even though it's not milk at all, you don't drink that. Absolutely not. It's because it's white and it's really looking like milk, but it's not absolutely drinkable. Same with crème for the skin, by the way, or for the anything, because cosmetology you don't drink it. So, but it's like the consistency, the liquidity or not. So, liqueur fine de certains types, crème de cassis. That's also that's liquor. That's alcoholic. There is also that's also a good expression. Someone who is good, who is kind. C'est une crème. C'est la crème de la crème. That means that he's really kind, really. C'est une crème, c'est un amour. It's really a love. And in the figure sense, this is the what is the best, what is the most having esteem in the same category of things or people. For instance, la semaine dernière, la crème de la recherche était rassemblée au Global Forum. That means that the best experts, the best amazing, competent and skilled people were there. La crème de la crème, la crème de la recherche. The top, the most valuable. And there is also cette famille, la crème des honnêtes gens. That's the most valuable, the most esteemed. And that's it. And there are also some derivatives. Crème bavaroise, that the kind of dessert, like crème brûlée. Crème brûlée is like the burnt cream. Crème de la crème. Chou à la crème, that's the not the kale, but it's like a pastry with pasta, and within there is a kind of cream. It's with a kind of a little bowl with cream inside. Chou à la crème. Crème anglaise, crème chantilly, crème de soja, anything, like, crème dessert, crème fouettée, when you are using your kitchen utensil, elle said crème fraîche, fresh cream. Crème solaire, that's absolutely not to eat, that's a cosmetic. Crème solaire means the sun cream. And that's for protecting your skin when you are just in direction of the sun. Else it's okay. Écrémé without cream. Écrémé, if you go there, it's where we removed the cream. So lait écrémé, that's a milk that we remove the cream. That is less fat, by the way. And then you can say aussi demi-écrémé. Aside that, that's interesting. Tarte à la crème, the pie of cream. But this expression, I was never saying that, so I'm discovering with you. Être pris comme une mouche dans de la crème. So literally, to be cooked like a fly in cream. That means to you see the picture. To not be able to get out of a situation that is really blocked. So that's there is even the expression
Être pris comme une mouche dans de la crème.
Être pris comme une mouche dans de la crème.
And I was not knowing that. So we are learning each day, by the way. So aside that, so it's cream, crème, also in English. And that's it for the crème. The noun number 2, because it was only the noun number 1, the noun number 2 is only for the café crème. But it's the same, like coffee with cream. But then there is an adjective. An adjective is more for the color. Adjective crème, it's only used for the color, the cream color. And it's really interesting because normally the cream is white, but usually when you see that, couleur blanc légèrement teinté de jaune. So you see the color there. You see the kind of color there, which is you have even the hexadecimal code. So it's a bit like yellow. So synonym is ivoire, ivory, or beige. What is beige in English? I'm really curious, by the way. Beige in English is beige. So beige, do we pronounce beige the same in English?
Beige.
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 And here in French, you say beige, beige. You say really beige and not beige. So that's the simplicity of the French language. So, but I'm I'm a bit like distracted right now because it was crème. And so adjective of color. And it's the second adjective, but that's more familiar, by the way. Cool, good, and hyped, classé. So you have all the pronunciation of crème, by the way.
De la crème.
So, but it's really anecdotal, you know. So that was the word of the day, and there is also Dutch, which is the same, crème, and the pronunciation in Dutch,
Crème.
crème. So with that, I'm going to know, and this French word, I don't see any crème, any comment. So feel free, if you are on Team Replay, to comment. And if you commented, I'm apologizing. I don't see any comment on LinkedIn or through StreamYard. So I will go back whenever I see that. And so now I'm going to illuminate another one, another person. So the person I was going to eliminate on the third, who is Teresa Wu. I was already going for that. And now I'm going to, I know who I'm going to illuminate. Yeah, because she was there also. Yeah, she was there also on the audio room yesterday, I think. And so feel free to connect with Jess RV. Is it RV? The good thing with LinkedIn, when people are allowing to see if it's the right pronunciation of their first and last name. So here, the pronunciation of Jess.
Jessica or Jess Harvey?
RV, because I would say Harvey in French, but it's RV.
Jessica or Jess Harvey?
And so feel free to connect with her and to discover her. She is an amazing ethical culture and bioethics advocate, climate management strategist. Amazing. So feel free to check her. And she was also in the anthology Beyond Boundaries, where I was co-author. So with that, thank you so much, Jessica. And now, right now, we have still 5 minutes for the song. It will be a song. And for the event, I'm going to go first for the event because I need to search for the song. So while I'm searching for a song, the event of today, the event of this day, tomorrow I'm going to make an audio room already present with a surprise guest. You will know in the event. I will post it. And that will be tomorrow. And Saturday, I will hold the space with Sharon Byrne, if I will pronounce her last name. And I will also post that on the events section. And I will invite some people. So right now, which song that I would like to sing? I know. It's a song from George Moustaki. And this song was originally from a group for a singer in Portuguese in Brazil. And so I will post the title and the lyrics later on the comment. But at the same time, I'm going now to sing it. Un pas, une pierre, un chemin qui chemine, un reste de racines. C'est un peu solitaire, c'est un éclat de verre. C'est la vie, le soleil, c'est la mort, le sommeil. C'est un piège entrouvert, un arbre millénaire. Un nœud dans le bois, c'est un chien qui aboie. C'est un oiseau dans l'air, c'est un tronc qui pourrit. C'est la neige qui fond, le mystère profond, la promesse de vie. C'est le souffle du vent au sommet des collines. Cette lumière, une ruine, le vide, le néant. C'est la pie qui jacasse, c'est l'averse qui verse des torrents d'allégresse. Ce sont les eaux de Mars. And not going to make it more because it's really not. It's really monotonous, by the way. But then I'm going to sing a song in English, by the way. And this one, I'm really gonna risk something, risk my voice. No, it was not from this singer. So bear with me. I'm going to finish this song in English. So it's from. Oh no, not this one. Because you know all this one, but do you know this song? It's in English and I love it. And I know it because it was played by another group for Heroes. The title is Les Fleurs and it's from Mini Reporter. So I'm going to close the session with that. Will somebody wear me to the fair? Will a lady pin me in her hair? Will a child find me by a stream? Kiss my petals with me through a dream. For all of these simple things and much more, a flower was born. It blooms to spread love and joy, faith and hope to people forlorn. Inside every man lives the seed of a flower. If he looks within, he finds beauty and power. Ring all the bells, sing and tell the people everywhere that the flowers has come. Light up the sky with your prayers of gladness and rejoice, for the cloud darkness is gone. Throw off your fears, let your heart beat freely at the sign that a new time is born. Da-da-da-da-da. So with that, I'm going to close the session because we are already on the end. And it was Les Fleurs from Mini Reporton. And that's it for me today. I don't see any other comments. Thank you again, Virginia, for commenting. Yeah. And see you also, was it after tomorrow on Saturday? But it's like for a private event for our new language coaches. But you have also hosting, you host also future sessions about neuroscience and nutrition aside your language coaching. And you bring so much value. So thank you again, Virginia, for your commenting. And thank you for the team replay for watching me. So with that, I'm going now to close the room. We are right on time. And see you tomorrow for the 5th of July. Wish you always, for the ones that are celebrating, a nice... and for the ones that are not celebrating, I wish you a non-celebration of the 4th of July. So, the 3rd July was Mort, door, in a nutshell, and the 4th of July was crème, cream. So, merci à toutes les crèmes de m'avoir écouté. Vous êtes des crèmes. Et sur ce, je vais mettre la crème aussi on my skin. So remember to put cream on my skin. And thank you so much. See you tomorrow. Keep shining.